Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. And as you can tell right here, just looking at this, we've already got a lot of information for the Japanese version. As I mentioned in my last video, there's been a ton of stuff coming for the Japanese version, and this is just something else that's going to fuel the fire. So as you can see just by looking at the screen, the next Dokkanfest exclusive for the Japanese version is going to be none other than a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Comes completely out of nowhere. I don't know what exactly is going on, but for the first time in over 3 years now, we're going to have a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta in the game. It's only the second version of him. The unfortunate thing is that he's going to completely replace the old one because he's going to be a standalone unit. He's going to be Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta at the start, and then when he TUR, he's still also Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Now, what we can tell here from this V-Jump scan, courtesy of Air Dokkan here, they were nice enough to be able to put this up on. So go ahead and go take a look at them. They generally are pretty reliable with some of their information and stuff. But there's no telling what kind of typing he's going to be yet. We don't have any information as far as leader skills, passive skills, nothing like that. It's just all speculation at this point. But we also did get some information here. If you see right here in the top right-hand corner, this is a confirmation that we are actually going to have the Dragon Ball Heroes collaboration with Dokkan. So they're going to be bringing in some new characters, and a lot of people are speculating that this Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is going to tie in directly with Heroes, maybe possibly having a Super Saiyan 4 category, which would be insane, but it's also going to be an extremely small roster until they really flesh it out some, which they could. There's a lot of characters from Dragon Ball Heroes that they could add. We also, down here in the bottom, we have a new event that's going to be coming. It's based off of an episode from Dragon Ball GT, where it's episode 55, where Vegeta just kind of has like flashbacks of all the different battles and stuff he's had with Goku and all the different fights and stuff they've been in, which is going to give us a free-to-play Vegeta that Dokkan awakens into a Vegeta slash Grade 8 Vegeta from GT, which is going to be pretty interesting. I'm interested to see if they're going to do his Golden Azaro, where he's getting ready to go into Super Saiyan 4, or what they're going to do with that. That's going to be awesome because we don't have a lot of characters, especially recently, that have fit into the giant category, so he'll be a help for that team specifically. But it's also another character, too, that's going to be in GT. And of course, like I said, depending on where they put him, his categories could be pretty decent. He could be another Shadow Dragon character. So anyway, let's go ahead and we're going to take a look here at Gogeta, the old unit. So we have a lot that we can go off of here if we wanted to speculate. I'm not huge into speculating because you just never know with Dokkan. They're very, very unpredictable with how they decide to do things. So for first and foremost, the categories, if we were to guess on what kind of categories he would be, obviously Fusion is a huge front runner because the old one had the Fusion. But they're definitely going to have another category type because they've been doing that a lot here recently. With this new Frieza that just came out from the Tournament of Power, he's a Ki +4 and attack plus 150 across the board, which was huge for Resurrected Warriors and other World Warriors. You're able to bring like two categories together that kind of are in the same realm, but there was one or two characters that are not on Resurrected Warriors that were on Other World, and you were able to put them together now, so you can run various different amounts of teams. But for Gogeta, if I was to take a stab at it, I would say easily he's probably going to be a Shadow Dragon Saga. I really do believe that if you want to just take a look at the Shadow Dragon Saga, there is nobody... Where did he go? Right here? No. Here. Okay. There's not really any characters that are solid leaders. And Omega, until he gets an EZA, isn't the Omega you want to run. You want to run the strength one. So this would be really good if they did make him a Shadow Dragon Saga leader. That way we would be able to get this man right here freed up so we can actually use him at his full ability because he's just such a much better unit. As you can see from the Shadow Dragon Saga, there's not that many characters, but there are some good characters in here. And there's also plenty of room to grow on this one. So if you give us another leader, we're actually going to have an absolute huge opportunity to be able to have something a lot better. Oceana Shenron just got her awakening on the global version, so you know how good she is. She's phenomenal as far as like especially for Super Battle Road. She's a good standalone Shadow Dragon leader, but she's only a 120 lead. So we definitely need some other new leader for this category. And if they give Ki plus 4, then you'll never have any issues with Ki because that GT link now has Ki plus 2 and also gives attack and defense. So it's a really good link now. And of course, you have both of the LR Super Saiyan 4s that are going to fit on that category, and they would pair up very well with Gogeta. Could you imagine a rotation if you had Gogeta as the leader? You could literally run him with this Goku right here, the LR. And then if you wanted to, you could run Vegeta with this Super Saiyan 4 Goku right here because they have totally different names. So you could have both of them essentially on the same team. The only links you'd be losing out on would probably be Legendary Power compared to these two. So it wouldn't be too bad of a trade-off, but this guy's going to trade off and have Kamehameha. I guess, hypothetically speaking, you could just run these two together. Kamehameha is a good link, but it's not the best in the world. But regardless, either way, looking at Gogeta again here, he's going to be absolutely insane. So with this one, he never had like a defensive buff, but he was able to counter super attacks. And it's a feature that, with this character in specific, absolutely phenomenal because he had a 70% chance. It's like Goku, UI Goku being able to dodge attacks. But this man was able to counter, which was insane. Especially with him being a tech type, he had max crits that you could put into him, so he would do an amazing amount of damage. What I would expect for them to do, though, is I would say it's probably going to be a Shadow Dragon, and either they're going to give him a new one. With Shadow Dragon, if you were to do that, you won't really need the need for a Super Saiyan 4 category, which we'll go into a little bit here with this Dragon Ball Hero stuff, but he could either be Shadow Dragon Saga or Super Saiyan 4. Either way, the category is, even if you have Shadow Dragon, you're going to have most Super Saiyan 4s. The only thing that's going to be different, you'll add some of the new ones if they bring them in from Heroes. As far as like a second leader skill, I would say he's probably either going to have... He could have Kamehameha. They could just throw Fusion on there. He might just be these two, and that call it a day. That would be fine, because then you have a lot of extra options that you can run with the team and be able to make sure that you can maximize him. Typing-wise, honestly, I don't know what kind of type he would be because, I mean, obviously we already got a tech, so we know he's not going to be tech. Physical's had a lot of love here recently. There's no intelligence. I could see him being an intelligence type. Mainly because the last one they did it was intelligence type. It's been a hot minute. Has it been... Dang, I can't even remember the last intelligence type was a Dokkanfest. At least super, anyway. For a super class. Let's go back to here. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to sit here and spend a bunch of time trying to go back to that, but I could see him easily being an intelligence type. They've already got, the Super Saiyan 4s, the Hellhars. Both of them are agility and strength. They don't need that again. That would be insane. That would just be too much. If you put him on one of these two teams, especially strength, you're breaking the game. There's absolutely nothing that's going to touch you. That with UI Goku, and if you gave this man on there, and he has still a chance to dodge and counter, no way. He's obviously going to have a defensive buff. It's going to be easy to see that he's probably going to be the best TUR in the game. Of course, already replacing our boy Gohan, but it's because he's such a hype character, which is what's so surprising about this. And the reason why I think that is surprising, well, first of all, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. With this, though, this should be a good indicator that we might very well be getting an easy A for either this man or this man. Now, I'm telling you right now, if either one of them do, in fact, get their easy A's, it's going to be extremely rivaling the LR, especially if you give like this Vegeta just any little bit of a perk. Because Goku, if you take a look at him, he's got absolutely no defense with his passive. He's got a straight 150% attack, which was amazing for that time. But he was raising defense on his super attacks for 6 turns, so you're able to stack after a few turns. Vegeta, on the other hand, he's got 120% attack on and defense at the start of turn, just free. That's it. So Vegeta's going to get a little bit of a buff. I could see him going up to like 150 on attack and defense, and then with the rise in his stats as well as the rise in his super attack, that man is going to be... I think he might actually be better than Goku. I mean, Goku, of course, if they do his, they're probably going to give him some defense. They're not going to give him a ton, though. I can see this changing to like maybe 40% they would give for 6 turns. I don't know. It's hard to say how they would handle that part. But they'll definitely give him a little bit of defense at the start of turn. That way he's able to be able to take some hits before he goes into it. The reason why I think, though, that they'll probably give us Vegeta is because he fits on that Shadow Dragon Saga category. I feel like Goku later on, I would not be surprised if we got a like a baby Vegeta Dokkanfest, and then they fit the Goku in with that. That way, they would kind of fit with the theme that's going on. So, like I said, that's why I feel like he's probably Gogeta will probably have a Shadow Dragon Saga category lead, just because he fits with the Vegeta going in for the easy A's, just like Kid Buu fit with the new Frieza, and yeah, it just makes sense to do it that way. Now, like I said, Dokkan, you can never predict them; they're always far left field. You never know what they're gonna do. Anyway, what this does though is, if you want to go ahead and look, since we know we're getting Dragon Ball Heroes collab, I just want to take a look and just briefly look at some of these old banners that they had and how they've developed over the years. This was the very first Dragon Ball Heroes banner that was on the game. It's back in like 2016, 2017, somewhere in that time frame. It's really old now. It's been out for a long, long time. They only had like 4 different characters that you could get. That were exclusives, and you can see right here it was only 30 stones back then for 3 times, so they knew that they just had some units they were just throwing out there. They were good though, because they were all kind of fusion units, so you were able to actually have some of that. But then they kind of started getting a little crazier as the things went on. So for the 7-year anniversary, they introduced Super Saiyan 3 Gohan, Super Saiyan 3 Trunks, and then Mira from Dragon Ball Xenoverse. And then they also added those old characters back on there. Then when they went to 2018, they dropped a whole lot of new characters. Like, there was, 7 new units that came out on this banner, which was insane, because some of these units are really, really good, like this Super Saiyan 3 Goku and the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta from Xeno. They are absolutely amazing, especially after they get, like, Awakenings. They're just... Goku doesn't take damage if you put him in the right situation. The Supreme Kai of Time, she gets, like, an insane support unit. She's probably one of the best support units in the game. I don't have any of those 3 on my account, because for me, when I was playing back then, I didn't really summon on these banners because I knew that they were just going to be little standalone characters. Little did I know how well they were going to give them with Dokkan Awakenings and make them amazing. The rest of these guys are kind of okay, but they kind of fell off over time. They've not been that great. And then when 2019, last year, they gave us this one where it was just insane. Like, I summoned on this one. I was able to get... where's he at? Oh, no, not this banner. But they did give us Golden Cooler, Fu, Cumber. They gave us a lot of new characters that have been in or in the Dragon Ball Heroes that's going on now, where it's just insane. It's all fan service. They just give us all these crazy characters, and no power levels matter. It's just like anybody can touch anybody. But these are all good, really good units. They're aging really well. Some of them will probably get different Dokkan Awakenings, like these fusion characters. They were just good adds because the fusion category is so small, and some of them are actually really good. They stack defense, stack attack, that kind of thing, and they're all different types of characters. This one was really interesting. The Gohanks, the Gohan and Trunks fusion. I thought that was interesting, and then of course Vegeta and Trunks. Like, Trunks is in every single one of these, which is kind of funny. So then after that one though, they gave us this crossover summon. This is the same banner they gave with those same characters, but then the old one was where they gave us, like, Celis, Great Saiyaman 3. These 2 units are very, very good. They're both really good in their own respect. Goku permanently stacks attack. Vegeta permanently stacks defense. I've used Vegeta for, like, some Super Battle Road runs in the past, and also for, like, the Legendary Goku event when I was trying to just survive some of them. Like, so I used him just because he stacked defense. Celis, is an interesting character, but he's also for longer battles, but he's actually a really good unit. And then, of course, for some reason with his Great Saiyaman 3, he's able to put up some crazy damage numbers. He's still one of the top, I think, like top 15, top 20 hardest hitting units in the game when you have him on the right rotation, which is just strange. But what we're trying to talk about here and why we're getting all this, because they know what we're going to be getting another Super Dragon Ball Heroes. It's the 10th year anniversary. So what could they possibly bring into this? There's a few things that, like, another reason why everybody's talking about Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta being the preface to this is that they're saying that they think there's going to be a Super Saiyan 4 category come out, and you're going to have all these crazy Super Saiyan 4s coming with it. So along with that, for Super Dragon Ball Heroes and how they've done things, there's a Super Saiyan 4 Gohan, which I think would be interesting. There's a Super Saiyan 4 Bardock. There's a Super Saiyan 4 Broly. I'm not entirely sure about Trunks. I'm sure that they've got some kind of form of that. Everyone predicts, or there's a lot of predictions out there that we might be seeing, like, Super Saiyan God Trunks, like it's a Dokkanfest exclusive, which would be crazy because we need more Realm of Gods characters, right? But everyone is really leaning towards the fact that they think there's going to be a lot of Super Saiyan 4s that are going to be on this banner, which is going to help flush that category out a little bit and be able to give it some life. So if you do pull for Gogeta and you are lucky enough to get him, then you're going to be able to probably rock a really crazy team. Of course, you will have to see exactly how they handle the stats. For Gogeta, though, I really do think this guy's going to be insane. I really just, it's crazy because you would think that they would have done him as a dual Dokkanfest with somebody else, but it's going to be absolutely nuts. He's only on these 4 categories for now, unless he brings out a new category that he's going to be in. But that Shadow Dragon Saga team is going to be one that you do not want to sleep on. Goku and Vegeta getting easy A's, and then the old LRs if you don't have the original ones. It's just, there's so many options to run. So, anyway, guys, that's going to be today's video. I hope you enjoy the content. If you do, consider give me a like, slap subscribe on there if you guys are new. It's going to be interesting. I hope your wallets are prepared because it's going to be a mad finish to the end of the year. I just have a feeling it's coming. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it. I'll catch you guys next time on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Thanks, guys.